Hi, I'm WinstonW here today for my first series review. Let's get into it! So, The Mandalorian, the first live-action Star Wars series created by Jon Favreau and starring Pedro Pascal as the Mandalorian. So the actor is also known for playing Oberyn Martell in Game of Thrones series. Did he learn his lesson about wearing a helmet? So the story is set 5 years after the fall of the Empire in Return of the Jedi, and the main character is a bounty hunter from the planet Mandalore, so a Mandalorian. Just like Boba and Jango, he wears the armor of his homeland and fights with gadgets and guns. So firstly, I want to say I like Star Wars a lot since childhood. I'm not a hardcore fan either that knows everything about the universe. I'm more like a casual fan. Since George Lucas saw Star Wars to Disney, I didn't enjoy the movies as much as I did before. I've been mostly disappointed, and to me the only good one is Rogue One. So when I watched the Mandalorian trailers, I felt no excitement, just like I don't feel anything for the next Star Wars movie coming out for Christmas. But don't get me wrong, I will still go watch it, but I'd expect nothing. So I watched the Mandalorian with no expectation. And oh gosh, I was so wrong. I was hooked from the first scene, the fight in the bar, the costumes, the laser gun, everything. I thought, yeah, that's fucking Star Wars, that's what I want to see. So the first episode is pretty much all about adventure, fight and comedy, and that was goddamn good. Basically, the Mandalorian agrees to bring back a target, supposed to be 50 years old, for a mysterious client. The deal is done off the books, but it gives him a piece of Mandalorian iron, which is very rare and valuable. Later, we get to know that the metal will be used to create armor for foundlings, and we learn a bit more about his past. From the flashbacks, we get to see that his parents have been killed, I guess during the Purge, which is why he wants to help foundlings, I guess. After traveling to Arvala 7, a farmer shows him the target's location, and to capture the target he has to go through a bunch of criminals with the help of the IG droid, also contracted for the bounty. So he will use him at his advantage to win the fight, which was fucking hilarious and badass. That was one of the best scenes so far, and the droid is so funny. His design and his way of moving are ridiculous as much as he's deadly. Once they found the target, the droid tries to eliminate it, but the Mandalorian puts a laser through his head to stop him. Too bad, I like that droid a lot, really. Then we get to see the true nature of the target. A little Yoda! What the fuck? I've got to admit that for a few seconds, I thought he was Yoda and I was excited about the idea of an origin story for our green Yoda friend. But then I remember the story set after the Return of the Jedi, so yeah, Yoda Bass. But it doesn't matter, he's so cute. I love this scene when he tries to reach the Mandalorian's finger, so lovely. So maybe we will know more about the race of Yoda and Yandor. I truly hope we will. So now that he has the baby, he must leave the planet. But of course, it's not gonna be that easy. There are some other bounty hunters that at some point attack him, but they get their asses whooped, of course. Like we could expect it, the green little baby tries to help after the Mando gets injured. He tries to reach up to the wand in order to, I think, heal it with the Force or something. Really, this baby is the cutest thing ever. He's fucked, I mean, how can he sell it? It's impossible, really. Personally, if I had a baby like this, I would just fly away and keep it for myself. Once he gets closer to his ship, he realizes that some dipshit Jawas are tearing apart his vehicle. So he tries to chase them, but they get the best of him. So he goes back to the I have spoken guy and tries to make a deal with the Jawas to get his parts back. To get them back, he has to steal an egg from some kind of a big-ass hairy rhinoceros. I expected that he would win the fight with some special moves or super gadgets, but no. He gets his ass kicked pretty hard. I don't even know how he could even stand after getting smashed to the ground several times, really. So when he is about to get killed, what has to happen finally happened. The Shard uses the Force to save the Mando. He used it exactly like Yoda with his eyes closed and shit, and he was able to levitate the creatures for a few seconds. Just enough time for the Mando to knife it in the right spot. The child passes out from exhaustion and the Mando brings back the big hairy ass to the Jawas that just open it and eat it right away. What a bunch of disgusting weirdos, really. They rebuild the ship, therefore the Mando can leave the planet, and the child wakes up from his long sleep at the end of the second episode. The third episode starts with the Mando delivering the child to the client, what he will do with it, but of course he refuses to tell him. He rewards him with a lot of Beskar steel, which he wants to use to fully upgrade his armor. So he goes to see the blacksmith again to ask for his upgrade. We get to see other Mandalorians, and a big one doesn't like the fact that the Beskar comes from the Empire. Like said before, the Mandalorians have to live hidden since the Purge. So to him it's dirty money pretty much. The big one tries to take out the Mando helmet, but he fights back of course. And we can notice that the armors are truly efficient. So we can see that they all scrupulously follow their moral code, and their main goal is to preserve what remains of their nations by providing for the foundlings. So the blacksmith builds him what's called whistling birds, which is a defense system against multiple enemies, and also a new shiny armor. I love it, it looks so cool. So he goes back to Greef Karga to ask for another mission, but he can't help himself asking what they will do with the child. He doesn't know and doesn't want to answer either, so the Mando goes back to his ship to get the next bounty, who I guess is Admiral Akbar. It's a trap! So once in his spaceship, he notices that the little ball on his lever is gone. Baby Yoda wanted to play with it before. He clearly starts to feel remorse, especially he regrets serving the Empire that killed his family before. At that moment I thought, yes, move your ass and go save Baby Yoda. So after checking out the surroundings, he attacks the building by destroying a wall. He enters and fights stormtroopers that behave like stormtroopers. They truly are useless soldiers really. I love that moment when he uses his grappling hook on the stormtrooper to get closer and to stab him. So freaking badass. He takes out the baby from some kind of a machine while the doctor is swearing that he doesn't want to kill it. At some point, he gets surrounded by multiple enemies, and what has to happen. He uses his whistling bird, which are seeking tiny missiles. It's really way too powerful weapon, really. Because the shot is out, all the beacons of the other bounty hunters start to ring, and they understand that something is wrong and start to run the Mando. He ends up being surrounded again, but still tries to fight them. At some point, he understands that it's over, and he starts looking at the child. You can feel that he is sorry, and then out of nowhere, all of the Mandalorians with jetpacks appears to save him, even the big one with a big machine laser gun. He escapes with his ship with the child after shooting Greef in the chest, who is not dead because he is saved by this Beskar sphere. And then the big one flies next to the ship with his jetpack in order to salute the Mando, who gets jealous of his jetpack. Yes, you need to get your own now. So now let's talk about the good and bad points of this episode. So the series is more down to earth compared to a classic movie. For now we haven't seen any big battleship. They are not so much CGI, they used costumes and practical effects instead. A very good point, I like it a lot, that's some really old school Star Wars. For Baby Yoda sometimes they use CGI and sometimes they use practical effects. You can notice that they put a lot of effort into making a good looking Baby Yoda. On the other hand, you can notice the poorer CGI with the giant walrus, for example, or the hairy rhinoceros. I'm a bit nitpicky because it didn't bother me or anything, so I'm just trying to find bad points. Baby Yoda is probably the cutest creature that has been made in the movie, really. You know, with the child they want to sell figurines and toys for her. And it will work for sure, I will buy one I think, but the character truly fits in the story. It's not some useless cute creatures like the porks. I think I'm not the only one, but I like this little body a lot. That's the best thing you have ever done with Star Wars, Disney. I enjoy a lot the fighting parts, especially when the Mando uses his gadget like the grappling hook, his flamethrower, his gun. It kind of reminds me of the Batman scene in Batman v Superman, when he uses his fighting skills with all his gadgets. You can feel that the Mando is smart, fast and experimented. Another good thing, the Mando doesn't take out his helmet every seconds for no reason, like in the Marvel movies. This is something I appreciate a lot. Pedro Pascal has to hide with his body to express emotion. Like for example when he notices the Jawas tearing apart his ship, you can clearly see that he's worried and about to take care of the situation. He doesn't speak too much either, which is kind of a tradition of Mandalorians in Star Wars movie. I love the music also, I think it really fits the spirit of the series. It's not over the top, and I think that they try to create some western soundtracks, but much more up to date, much more Star Wars like. I don't remember exactly the trailers, but I guess now that he's on the run, and I guess he will be hunted by Imperial loyalists. I hope we will know more about Baby Yoda before the end of the season, and also why the Imperial loyalists want him so bad. He will also get his jetpack. I remember seeing him chasing Gustav Fring on the ship. So yeah, for now, there is nothing I don't like about the series. It's truly great. Very good job, Disney. So for now, the best scene, I think, is the moment when he tries to get the shite back. I love how he strategically eliminates the stormtroopers one by one and uses his gadgets and guns. I enjoy watching him fighting. He looks so badass and strong, really. I don't have any worst thing to mention. That would be totally unfair to choose one. At no time I felt bored, and for now it's all good. So for now I rate this series 9 out of 10. It's absolutely great, I enjoy watching it a lot. The characters, the CGI, the practical effects, the story, it's all good, really. So if you are a Star Wars fan, I strongly encourage you to watch it. It's really worth it. So in the weeks to come I will review the next episode for sure, so stay tuned. Alright, that's all for me today. Leave a like, comment and subscribe for more. Don't forget to check out my music channel also and to follow me on social media. You can find me on pretty much all digital platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Tidal and so on. All links in the description below. So stay tuned and see you next time.